Hi everyone, this is Development Economics Group number 1. In this video, we will show you everything you need to get started with Stata. Firstly, know that Stata is a complete integrated software package designed for data analysis, data management, and graphics. So now let's go to the first step. After successfully installing the Stata package, you will need to open Stata application, and at this point, you should have data to analyze. It could be in CSV, Excel, DDA, and any other statistical format. Though in this video, we'll use DDA format for analysis. So the very first step is to open our working directory, and it has two methods. The first method is to use a command cd followed by path, and then you press enter. Alternatively, you can use file on the menu bar, and then click on change working directory. Lastly, choose the folder of your choice where you want your file to be saved. We have a working directory there. Now my colleague will take you from there. Thank you.
Looked at working directory. Now I will be presenting on how to create and use log files and do log files in Stata. So to begin with, these two tools are essential for CS data analysis because they promote organization accuracy, and reproducibility. So now let's go through these tools in details. So we are beginning with a log file. So first and foremost, we need to understand what is a log file. So a log file, it is a complete record of everything that happens during our data sessions. In other words, it captures all the commands that you type, and it also results Stata. It also shows the results that Stata produces by simply. So in simple terms, it is like a recording of your entire analysis. So maybe some people, or maybe other people might want to know, why is it important to have log files? So it is important because it ensures transparency. It also helps in tracking errors, and in other case, it also makes your work easier to verify. Now let's look at how do we create a log file. So in order to understand this, and in order to create a log file, we use a command window. So in the command window, we type log using mylog dot log, comma, replace. Now after typing this command, we can press enter. Now we see the details. So maybe just to explain more on the log file, what does that mean? The first item, where it says log using, it means starts recording. It means somebody wants to start recording. My log, it means the file name. Replace, it simply means you are overwriting the existing file that you have. So it means once you're done with this, you can close the log file. And now moving forward, let's look at another tool, which is a do file. So as usual, let's discuss what is a do file. A do file, it is a file where you write and store series of commands to be executed later. So in simple terms, it is like giving a starter a script to follow. So why is it essential? Why does that matter to have a do file? So it is important to have a do file because it saves time by automating tasks, improve consistency, and sometimes it allows you to reuse your work. So therefore, instead of typing the commands repeatedly, you just run the do file once. So that's why it's very important, and it's easy for to complete your task. So moving forward, how do we create a do file? So there are several steps. The first one is you go to the Windows section and you click where there's a do file editor, and then you create where there's a do. So as you can see, this is the window button. That means our first step is done. So now our second method is using the command. So on this one, we are using the command section window. So to do edit, as you can see, the screen is also showing the same way it was showing we using the other method. So it means everything is done. So reaching at this point, this is what I had for you. We have I have showed how you can create a do file and how you can create a log file. Now my colleague will start from here with the other work that we prepared for you guys.
So after creating a do file, we'll proceed and look at how to open data, Stata data, Excel, or CSV file. We're going to start with how we can open Excel using Stata. So data must be loaded into Stata before any analysis. How to open Excel? We'll use the command import Excel sample data. And then first row, clear. So we can see that it has displayed the Excel file. And then we proceed to opening the CSV using Stata. So we'll use the command import delimited sample data. And then clear.
So after that, we'll open our data file. To open this data file, we'll use this command, use sample data. But then make sure that each and every file that you are uploading should show that it's really that exact file, because the data file will show that at the end. And the Excel will also show that it's Excel, as we did on how we're importing Excel, as well as the CSV. So that's how we go about it. Seems like we're having an error on uploading CSV on data file. So let's try using the path. So we use command use. We'll use the path C yes, and then backslash. I think there should be body group 1. And then we enter. Let's try again once more. Use.
Or if we are having trouble, we can also try using the menu bars. If the command is showing as if the file is not there, we can try using the menu bars.
Yeah. So it has displayed. We've come up with a clear output. So let's proceed. Perhaps we may be wondering what that first row is showing, like on Excel and again yeah, on Excel. So That first row just tells us the Stata, that the first rows contains variables, for example, variable names, for example, ID, age, income, education in years. So that's it. Let's proceed to explaining data set. So explaining data set, this is to examine its structure. So we do that by using the command describe. And then we enter. We put and we place enter. Yeah, so that's how the output is showing. And then we summarize. And then press enter again. So describe just shows variables, variable names, C types, and labels. Summarizing basics for example, ID, age, income, and education in years. So that's it. Thank you so much for reaching this juncture. I think my colleague should proceed.
Yeah, thank you. Continuing from where my friend left, I'll take you through checking for missing values, checking for outliers, and how to deal with outliers. Let's start with checking for missing values in a data set. Missing values are observations where data is not recorded. It's important to check for them because they can affect the accuracy of our analysis. Instead, we can check for missing values using the command. We're going to write this command in the command panel. Miss table, summarize, then press enter. For example, in our data set here, we can see that the variable income has one missing value for ID 6. If we are to check on the left panel, it should be on the right panel. There is a table there. All right, let's proceed. Missing values like this need to be addressed to avoid affecting our analysis results. Next, let's check for outliers. Before we detect them, let's understand what outliers are. Outliers are unusually large or small values in the data that can distort our analysis. We can detect them using both summary statistics and the graphs. Starting with summary statistics, we use the command summarize. Then income should be a variable name. In this case, income, comma, detail, then press enter. Here, we examine the minimum, maximum, and the percentiles to spot unusual values. For example, in our data set, an income value of uh, 500,162, is it 516,286 stands out is much larger than the rest of the observations. We can also visualize outliers using a box plot with the command graph box and variable name, in our case, income, then press enter. Yeah, as we can see there, the box plot clearly it shows the extreme value as points, as a point outside the mini box, making it easy to identify outliers visually. Let's turn back. Yeah, finally, let's talk about handling outliers. Outliers can be dealt with in several ways, depending on whether they are errors or real observations. The common approaches include removing, replacing, or adjusting them. To remove an outlier, we can use the following command: drop if any variable name, in this case income, is greater than 450,000. Then press enter. Yeah, we can see that 4 observations have been deleted. To replace extreme values with missing, we can use the following command: replace income then equal sign. The point should be next to the equal sign. Point should be next to, yes. If income greater than 450,000, then press enter. Yes. Yeah, so choosing the method depends on the context and the impact of the outliers on your analysis. That's how we check for missing values, detected outliers, and handle them in Stata. Thank you, my friend. I will proceed from there.
Thank you. I will take you, continue. I'll take you through checking the duplicates. First of all, let's understand the duplicates. What are these? Duplicates are repeated observations in a data set. So why checking duplicates matters? To prevent biased analysis, ensure accuracy of results, improve data reliability. So the key commands, you can identify whether duplicates exist. This command shows how many duplicated rows your dataset contains. The command is duplicates. Space, then report. Press enter. On this one, it only shows the command how many duplicate rows your data set contains. You can also display the actual duplicate rows. This one will show only the exact observations that appear more than once, allowing you to inspect the duplicated records before deciding how to clean them. The command is duplicates space list, LIST. Then you press enter. And you see 0 observations duplicates. Now, how to deal with these duplicates? We have to deal with the duplicates based on because of to avoid misleading results, to improve data quality and ensure valid statistical analysis. The command is duplicates space drop. This press enter. This will automatically remove all exact duplicate rows. So you can see that there are 0 observations are duplicates. That's all on duplicates. I hand over you to my colleague to continue.
Thank you so much. Having undergone the steps above from where we have created a working directory, passing through different steps, we now reached this section where we are supposed to do the summary statistics. So this summary statistics is also sometimes known as the descriptive statistics. So what is it actually? These are numerical values that are used concisely to summarize and communicate the core properties of a data set, such as its center, dispersion, and shape. So in short, the summary statistics provide a quick overview of a data set. So in this, we are using 3 variables, which are age, income, and years. So since we have 3 variables, it is possible that we can execute command on each, but for perfection, we can combine them. So in command section, we can type summarize, income, age, education, underscore years. Then we press enter. Right, so since we have applied the summarize command to obtain this observation that we are seeing, we have the mean, the standard deviation, minimum, and the maximum values. So what is it giving us? This simply means the mean income shows the average earnings of individuals in a data set, while the mean age indicates the average age of an individual in that particular data set. We also have the mean years of schooling since we have 3 variables. So this indicates or shows the average level of schooling. But we also have the standard deviation there. So this tells us how spread the values are in a data set. For example, a larger spread in income indicates variability among individuals. Finally, we have the minimum and maximum values. So this actually helps us understand the range of each variables. So these summary statistics help us understand the dataset at a descriptive level. So in order to go further and examine the relationship between these variables, we now move to regression, which will be taken by our last presenter. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I will continue from where my colleague has left us, and we will be doing regression. So regression is all about looking at the relationship between a dependent variable and an independent variable. So in this case, we will be doing an ordinal least square regression, which is an OLS regression. So the command for this regression is income space income space education underscore years space age, then enter. So after you press enter, it brings out this output, which we can see on our screen. So this output, for us to interpret it, we can interpret the coefficients which we have down here. So when interpreting these coefficients, we explain, for example, how education as an independent variable affects income as a dependent variable. Because we have got income as our dependent variable, then education underscore years as our independent variable, and age as our independent variable as well. So in our explanation, we explain it as this. We say a unit increase in income is affected negatively by 9,945 increase in education underscore year. So this is just a prediction, because education, we believe the more a person is educated, the more he or she can earn. So this was just a sample data. So it's showing as if we have got a negative effect on income, meaning a unit increase in income is affected but negatively with a 9,945 increase in education, whereby on age, we also explain it in the same way, like a unit increase in income is affected by a 1,265 increase in age, but in a positive way, because we have got a positive value. Whereby on the constant, we can just explain it as a unit increase in income is affected by 314,102 increase, because a constant cannot change, it remains the same. So it doesn't matter whether it's higher or lower, but it stays the same. So that's how we interpret the regression coefficients. So in conclusion, what we have done to our analysis, a proper data management is important for an accurate analysis. So we have got Stata, which provides us, which allows us to create folders, log files, and do files. It also helps us to import data and analyze it and clean our data, like in searching for missing values and outliers and the likes. We can also learn regression analysis and other statistical other statistical analysis which we want to learn in Stata. So this was what we had as group 1. Thank you for listening.